The second scholarly article that I've decided to use is about concussion education tactics. So, cerebral concussions, they're often identified concussive injuries among the young populations, especially in high school athletes, and it puts them at risk for additional and complicated injuries to the brain that may delay in recovery or worse consequences. So, Registrar Mahalik et al. His purpose of his research was to examine the influence of knowledge and the attitude on reporting concussions among high school athletes. His procedure to find out why athletes do not usually report concussions, and it was usually because of peer acceptance, that they didn't want to seem that there was something wrong when they weren't really sure, and their coach's lack of support in their mindset or fear of losing playing time. They found out this process through a single survey with 35 different questions. The participants of the survey are all high school athletes in 6 different sports: varsity football, cheerleading, boys soccer, girls soccer, and boys and girls lacrosse. And they did the survey in 28 schools in 9 states. Through the survey, that's their method, they surveyed the athletes' knowledge, attitudes, and beliefs regarding concussions. The results of the survey and from the 9 states and the 28 schools were that 89% of athletes recalled having at least one concussion, and 12 to 22% of concussions happened in practice or games. And although most participants, the only symptoms they recognized were nausea and amnesia, and most downplayed their concussions, that it wasn't a big deal or that they were fine. This is very relevant to my paper because it shows that the culture of sports needs to change, that coaches and parents, administrators, medical staff, they need to continue to implement programs to increase awareness and promote reporting concussions, and to reduce concussion injuries. They need to stop underreporting and downgrading that concussions are not serious.